Experiment 2, continuing on with my test of sealants on old sticky journal pages. This video reviews the results of the wax on the police line page from yesterday, and also I checked the Deco-Page product on the sewing background page with no embellishments. I use a product called Collage Pauge over the sewing page. It was the failed Deco Arts test, and on another background page where Collage Pauge is the only sealer on the page. I intend to do a chart of all these tests when I'm finished with my testing. Okay, today we are going to check the results of yesterday's experiment, which was waxing the police line page and using Deco-Page by Deco Arts on a page that does not have plastic tape and all kind of weird embellishments. So it's just a collaged page with Delusion ink on it. So here's our big stack of books again. The reason I'm putting these books on top of my art journal is because I typically do stack things on my art journals when I pack them away. Sometimes I do put them upright, but a lot of times I have them stored horizontally, and I think that this contributes to the pages sticking together. So I'm going to take these off. First, the calculus book, American history, whoops, and my fishes journal. Okay, so the first page we're going to check is the waxing on the police line, and look, I felt just a little sticking in there, probably up in here where it did not get waxed, but I did not have to pry that page apart. I might just rub a little bit more because I felt it up in here toward probably around the margins here, inner part of it. So I'm not going to heat set this, I'm just going to rub it on there. Kind of buff it with my hands. So then the second thing that we did was on our sewing page, which would have been right in, where's my barn page? I don't want to show you all my pages because I want to show them to you one at a time. Now here's the barn page, and look, I waxed this page, but see, I can tell that when you wax, you probably need to get all around the page because it's sticking just a little here. Now that may be from the Deco-Page on the, in fact it probably is because I can tell it's sticking right at the top here. I'll bet you that Deco-Page leaked through on it. So that's something you need to be, I'm just going to rub some wax on here. I don't think it's the fault of the wax. I think it's the fault of my Deco-Page on the page prior. That, I really do believe that is the case because it's right along the edges here. So I'm still rating waxing the pages fairly high, other than the fact that you can't journal on them. Now the page prior to this was my sewing page that I did yesterday on with my Deco Arts Deco-Page, and as you can see, that is still sticking significantly. So I do not, even though I like Deco-Page as a sealer, and it would probably work very nice, I like the finish that it gives, I would not do it in an art journal or any book where the pages are going to be closed. I'm rating this low as sealing art journals. I would rate it high in sealing the page itself or any piece of artwork. It says that for all types of collage, Deco-Page, mixed media, puzzle preserving, and more. Seals paper to cardboard, I could do that. Paper mache, wood, terracotta, canvas, glass, plaster, fabric, and more. So if it's not going to be closed up upon itself, I would say, or on another unfinished page, I would probably rate it high. But for purposes of sealing pages in art journals, I would not use Deco-Page. That does not say that it's not a good product. I will definitely use everything in here. So that leaves me with today's test, which Marilyn in our art group, thank you Marilyn, because I enjoy using all different types of products when I'm doing a test like this. And she suggested Collage Pauge, and she even told me where to get it. She got hers at Hobby Lobby, so I had to do a Hobby Lobby run yesterday, and I bought some Collage Pauge. It's designs by Tracy Batista. You need to get it's acid-free, water-resistant glue sealer. It's by Aleen's, or Eileen's, however you pronounce that. And the blue bottle is the matte. So I would recommend doing the matte. This bottle cost me at Hobby Lobby $6.99, but Hobby Lobby does have 40% off coupons. So this is what I'm going to try today, and I'm just going to put it right over the page that I did with my Deco-Page yesterday. And because I have them handy here, I'm just going to put some paper towels on this to hopefully catch anything that might fall through on my barn page. So this is going to be a very short video. This is I just wanted to show the results of the test, and I wanted to do a test with this Deco-Page or Collage Pauge. So, and here again, I'm just going to see. I haven't opened this yet. I need to see what kind of a, yeah, it has a sealer on it. Let's remove this seal. Brand new bottle. I'm really anxious to try this because Marilyn lives in a humid environment, and she says using this she has very little trouble with her pages sticking together, and I'm thinking this might be the answer to the entire experiment, except for I want to try several different products in this entire series of experiments, and I don't know how much I need. I'm just going to put that on for now. This might go across both pages. So I am going to seal both pages here, and where I live it gets humid, but it's not I'm not in the far south where we live in a humid environment. We have humidity in the summer months. Now I will say, to Deco-Page's credit, it did seal the page, because when I'm using this Collage Pauge over this page, I do not see the Dilutions ink spray, the red color here, running, and that makes me happy. So I know Deco-Page does in fact seal your page. I'm going to need to reach over here and get me another paper towel. I want to get it off of my... And if you're wondering what kind of an art journal that I'm working in a Strathmore visual media art journal, but I took all the pages out. They have their ring binders, wire ring binders that you can open and close. Well, I took them all out and I put them in this spiral ring binder. So let's just get to this, Mary. I want to keep this video short today. Short and sweet. And I certainly got enough on there, didn't I? Well, now look, I lied. Can you see I'm still seeing red there. Now that, I don't know if I lied or not, because I don't think I was as careful yesterday with getting my Deco-Page in the margin, so I'll just reserve my opinion on that. We'll see what, as I use it for other things. I am happy with it for a sealer though, and I'll certainly use it for doing collage work. So I put a fairly heavy coat on both pages here. And let's see, first, I went vertically. And now I'm just going to go horizontally. Just trying to get everything. And I can even feel this becoming thicker on the page as I work with it. So I would think you need to work on a fairly consistent, not a rapid pace, but a nice consistent pace to get this spread out evenly across the pages. There, I'm happy with this. I even put the Collage Pauge over the tape. Now, I had a problem yesterday with that. I think I'm okay. Okay, let's see, the dry time on this says, this is Eileen's Collage Pauge. The dry time says, well, let's read the back to you. Dries crystal clear, water resistant, smooth finish, super easy. Seals paper to cardboard, paper mache, terracotta, wood, canvas, glass, plaster, and foam. Used with greeting cards, gift wrap, stamps, posters, magazines, and color copies. Always test for best results. Well, that's what we're doing here, is we're testing. Thank you. Cut or tear paper to be decoupaged. Working in small areas at a time. Well, they're telling you how to decoupage. Use a foam brush to quickly apply. Now, I would agree with that quickly apply. I worked on a fairly large area, but I could tell as I was working with it across both pages that it was already becoming tacky. So I would pay attention to the words quickly apply. Collage Pauge to the back of cutout and desired surface. Place cutout on surface while wet. Brush another coat of collage. They're telling you how to collage because it's Collage Pauge. Dip finger in water and smooth out any air bubbles starting at center and working. It does not tell the dry time on here. Oh, let's see. It just says let dry. That's all it says, let dry. Use foam brush for best results. Well, I did use a foam brush, but not because of the directions, because that's what I had. So, I'm going to, I can feel it's already becoming tacky. I'm going to allow it the same time to dry, maybe 2 to 3 hours, maybe 4 hours before I close up my book. And then I will close up my book, and tonight well, maybe not tonight, maybe later this afternoon. It is almost exactly 12:15 here at noon. And so I will probably wait till about 5:30 this evening, so that'll give it a good dry time. And then I will close up my art journal on itself, these 2 pages on themselves, and then stack my heavy books on top of it. And then tomorrow, our big test will be opening this up and seeing if these pages stick together. And I am thinking it has such a high recommendation that I'm thinking that we're going to have good luck with this. And then if we do, I'm going to try writing over it with my Sharpie and maybe my favorite Pastel pen to see how writing over it works. I wanted to do another page with my Collage Pauge, since the page that I did prior to this with the Collage Pauge had been done over a page that had been done with the Deco-Page. I did a page with Deco-Page and it stuck together, So I use some Collage Pauge over that. Now, what I want to do on this page, and I want to do this really fast, I want to make this short and sweet, is I have another page that is sticking together, and you can see that I'm having to pull this apart. You can kind of hear it. What this is a page that I collaged pattern tissue down on, and then I've done some stamping on there. Looks like I have some dark painted, I don't even remember, it was a painted page, and then I collaged pattern tissue over it and did a little stamping on it. But it is sticky. I mean, I had to pull that apart. But there is no Deco-Page, there's no other sealer on this page. And I want to try Collage Pauge on it as a test of just Collage Pauge on my page. So I'm going to make this short and sweet and put some on there. And then tomorrow I'll test both of these pages to make sure that the test is indeed doing what I want it to do. I find this Collage Pauge to be a little thicker than the other sealers that I've been using. They say to put a little on at a time, but they're giving directions on the jar for collaging. But it just seems to me like it is just a little thicker of a medium. And I can feel it's very tacky. It has a tacky swipe to me. That's just my impression of it. But it's not just a little bit thicker than the other sealers that I've been using. And that may be a good thing, it may be a bad thing. I don't know. Okay, that's all I wanted to do for this segment.